Love, forgive, repeat. You know, forgiveness is the one thing that we as human beings hold tightly to because we can control who we give it to or not. This is Laura J. with Godscope. Well, I had a thought. What if we applied the same principle of washing our hair to the way that we function in our relationships? I mean, first off, who doesn't wash their hair? Except those without it, no offense, but let me elaborate. Take a look at your shampoo bottle, and on the back, it should have some basic instructions to follow, right? It might say, lather, rinse, repeat. How appropriate. And then, following that, it might go on to say, for best desired results, use as directed. Think about that one for a moment. Reflect back on a significant situation that caused you to be unforgiving. Go even further to a time where you may have requested forgiveness, but it wasn't granted. People everywhere are hurting and bruised, and they don't have to be. If only they cared enough to lather, rinse, and repeat. Think of it this way. Lather. Using wisdom to bring some of the dirt in our issues to the surface and dealing with them courageously. Rinse. Washing away all the wrong that may have transpired and then sending it down the drain. Finally, repeat. If you were not successful at getting your hair clean the first time, in this case, your issues, you may want to do it again. Repeat. Lather, rinse, repeat. Sounds like a simple process, but I know it's easier said than done. Repeat the process. Do it again. It's okay to do that, guys. I really believe that if we cared enough to apply this process to our lives, we would achieve more manageable, bouncier, shinier relationships. Colossians 3:13 says, bear with each other and forgive whatever grievances you may have against one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave you. The fact is, unforgiveness fosters bitterness. If every time you think of that person or even hear that person's name and immediately your attitude turns sour, yep, that's bitterness for you. Personally, I can't function in bitterness. It can drain your very spirit and rob you of your emotions. Lack of trust. Without trusting, we tend to shun opportunities to embrace other relationships. We could potentially be missing out on something great. Defeated posture. Harboring mess will only weigh you down. The longer we carry it, the more our self-esteem is depleted. Before long, people will start asking, is something wrong? Just not the type of attention you might want. One of the most vital components in forgiveness is love. Proverbs 10:12 says, hatred stirs up strife. Love covers all wrongs. I think it's safe to say that haters are eager to keep strife and drama going, the things that separate us. But those of us who choose love demonstrate our love through overlooking offenses and not taking them to heart. My question for you today is, are you ready to lather, rinse, and repeat? My hope and prayer for you today, as you listen to this Godscope, is that you give up your right to be right and give in to forgiveness. Think of a person in your mind right now. Pray and ask God to give you the courage and the strength to forgive, not for them, but for you. Holding on to it is not an option, guys. It's not an option. If you want to be free, send this recording to someone that you want to forgive, along with a note offering your personal forgiveness. What do you have to lose? Honestly, you gain nothing by keeping the offense. I really hope this hits home for you guys, because it really hits home for me. The next time you're faced with unforgiveness, just think to yourself, love, forgive, repeat. This is Laura J. with Godscope. I hope you will join me next time. Be blessed and live well.